we learned in the first video, the first angel had a message for the world, urging them to honor God, to be ready for God's judgment, and to worship the one who made everything. Now let's read the second angel's message, starting in Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. And another angel followed, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. What does this mean? We can find the answers in the Holy Bible. The book of Revelation uses cryptic or mysterious symbols. It's not plain or literal. But the Bible tells us what the symbols mean. It has the keys that reveal these secrets. Babylon in this text, friends, is not a real city today, but a symbol of confusion, idolatry, and spiritual adultery. It started from the Tower of Babel, where God mixed up the languages of the people who wanted to reach heaven and avoid another flood. Babel means babbling, like babies do when they first try to talk. They babble unintelligible words. So the city that emerged from this confusion became the ancient city of Babylon that was famous for pagan worship and idolatry. This text uses Babylon as a spiritual symbol, not a literal one. It represents the corruption of the gospel by the church in the early medieval times, when Rome became Christian under Emperor Constantine. Key takeaway here is, Babylon is a symbol of confusion, idolatry, and spiritual adultery that originated from the Tower of Babel and the ancient city of Babylon. This text uses Babylon to show how the church corrupted the gospel when Rome converted to Christianity. So, with that in mind, let us listen to this verse again and find out what God is telling us. Revelation 14:8. "Or Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." In this verse, the reference to wine is not meant to be taken literally, just as Babylon is not a literal place. Instead, the wine of the wrath of her fornication symbolizes the false doctrines and traditions propagated by a fallen global church system known as Babylon. This system led nations to rebel against God and persecute his faithful people. The word drink is also symbolic, representing how Babylon filled the minds of people worldwide with its false teachings and traditions, essentially keeping nations in a spiritual state of confusion and deception. In the last part of the text, we see the word fornication. Just as we have seen elsewhere in Revelation, it is not literal fornication, but symbolic. Spiritual fornication is committed when true worship of the true God is abandoned for pagan gods, pagan traditions, and practices. In this verse, Revelation 14:8, God calls people to return to him. These messages by the three angels are sent out in a loud voice, signifying their global reach. Take it, dear friend, that this video presentation is part of God's final warning to humanity. God is calling. It is fallen. It is fallen. That great system that has kept the world intoxicated with a false, diluted gospel message. Come out of her, my people, God calls. Indeed, God is calling you, my friend. This is my personal appeal to all listening to me, because we don't choose our parents or our birthplace. All of us must do a prayerful search for our true spiritual identity. By comparing what the Bible teaches to the various beliefs we have been brought up to follow, you'll be amazed to learn, as the proverb says, not everything that shines is gold. I'll see you in the next video on the third angel's message. I have already shared the first two with you. Be blessed.